All right, people, welcome back. Real Tough Talk. Stephen J. Ghost. Excited about this football. We're going to get to the next few games up. At the end of the show, we're going to give you our power rankings. Think about the power rankings is it's hard to really determine who's who because we're so early in the season.
Yeah.
So we'll give you our opinion, but they are subject to change.
Yeah.
I will give my power ranking up until this week, and you'll do the same.
Yeah, because again, it's only early predictions based on our opinions and what we've seen, what scores were put up by each team, how they played. So it's nothing really set in stone because as things go along, we're definitely going to see some changes, maybe for the better, maybe for the worse. But that's all up until what the teams do later on in the future.
As we're going through the games now, we'll show you the scores on the bottom. Unfortunately, we wasn't able to get the stats in time for the show, but the games we don't cover, you from now on, you will be able to see the stats, the standout players of those games, and the scores as well. And at the end of the show, after we do our power rankings, we'll give you our players of the week on our opinion based on the games that we covered. But we're gonna jump right into this one. It's gonna be Storm versus Bullies. Now, I'm a Bullies fan. I think they're the C version of Super Friends based on their height. They got guys that can go get the football. And I'll tell you one thing about Paul, he's not bashful when it comes to throwing downfield.
And that shows in the way that they play. They are like a gunslinger team, similar to how everybody calls Ramsey, that he doesn't hesitate throwing deep. Paul is another quarterback that doesn't hesitate throwing the ball. He's another quarterback that actually likes to take off as well.
Right.
So he has a lot of different things that he can do when he's in the pocket. So he's a person to watch out for. On the other hand, with this team, their defense has a lot to, the defense is lack thereof, I would say. Meaning they don't really have one in comparison to their offense. So that's one of their weak points that they have that they need to improve on, because no matter how much points you score, if the other team is still able to score more, you're still losing the game.
And Storm is a team that's expected to win the championship. They came in as a favorite, as people picking them to not only make it to the championship, but to win the championship.
Yeah.
But they will be getting a big blow, something that we talked about earlier. One of their star player, Nas, leaves Storm to go to play for Primetime. What do you think about that move?
I think that it had to have been the last person that Nas spoke to was the person he decided to join. And I think that Tiki kind of did that extra reaching out to make sure that he can solidify him on his team, something that Disco did not do. I believe, like, Nas is looking out for his own best interest, at least in this season, and he felt that he has a better chance being successful playing with Tiki in Primetime. So that's unfortunate with Storm, but that doesn't mean that they don't have other options that they can go to on this team. They have a lot of guys that, can be utilized on this Storm team. They have a wide variety of weapons on this team that can be successful for them.
Yeah, I agree, but they don't have a Nas in this team.
No.
The guy's ability to stretch the field, the guy's wingspan. We saw them lose in a championship game because they didn't have him. He has the ability to change the game based on what he can do on both sides of the ball.
But I think that there's one thing that kind of made the difference between where Nas ended up going, because sometimes your chemistry with the quarterback matters. They've just came from playing together last season.
And you figure it wouldn't be the same with Watch Me.
So my thing is they already have something going, so why stop it now? And I think that was the decision that Nas came to when he decided to play with Primetime.
Before we wrap this up and get to the game, I think Nas pulled a Kawhi Leonard. The guy didn't really want to be on Storm. Disco was hurt. Disco said this is like his son. He raised this kid. You know what I mean? Taught this kid the ropes, the game, and the kid ended up going to play with Primetime. I don't know if he didn't like the way he was being used on Storm. I don't really know the inside. Hopefully, this week we'll get a quote or statement from Nas himself,
Yeah.
as well as Disco. But at the end of the day, they gotta move on. This team has weapons, and they are favorites. So I don't think they gotta allow themselves to let this disrupt what they're trying to do. They gotta continue to do what they can, and at least they lost him in the beginning of the season rather than the ending of the season, which we see before East New York go through in the championship last season. We're gonna jump right in the game. You're gonna have Paul on first down, throws deep to a wide open Keith in the end zone. For the touchdown, 6-0. If you look here, Ricky let him go right past him, never picking him up. Right away, Bully score.
And it seems like Paul does not hesitate to catch a defender sleeping here. He sees Keith. He sees Keith downfield. He sees him with some space behind the safety, and he decides to chuck it up. That is an easy touchdown to start the game.
Watch me, he's gonna get the ball back for Storm. Watch me throw deep to Mula in the middle, almost picked up Remo. Third down, watch me throws to Mula in the gap for a nice game, picking up the first down. Watch me, then throws to Troy on the sideline, who runs it to the 2-yard line. I always say Troy is a huge weapon. His ability to come out the backfield, his ability to move in spaces where other guys that's taller than him can't get to, is something that he does better than anybody in this league. That's going to take us to 2nd and goal. Watch me, runs in for the touchdown. Disco gets the extra point, 7-6. Watch me, and the Storm team scores right back. They don't do it similar to Bullies with a bomb downfield, but watch me chop, and get 7 points.
My thing is, it wasn't one play, but it was just as easy because they were able to chop up the field with little effort. And when you have two people like Mula and Troy in the backfield helping you drive down the field, that's something very hard to guard against because they have similar play styles, very fast, easier to get through a gap, and that's why they're able to score here.
First down, Bullies get the ball back. Paul throws deep to Pierre in the middle, who gets past Sky, caught in the end zone for the touchdown. Cassell gets the extra point, the 2-point conversion, 14-7. Now, Pierre is Paul's brother. That's the guy I talked about. He's similar to an Alex from Super Friends. Doesn't have as consistent hands as Alex. Doesn't run routes like Alex, but he has the height and he can go up and get the football. And I like the fact that Paul saw Sky downfield, Paul in gear. Once he saw Pierre gets a little space, he gets that ball down there and finds him for the touchdown.
And the thing that kills me is this Storm defense did not learn from the mistake that they made in the first
They just threw a first down touchdown in the last one.
And if you look at this play and this play, I'll put them side by side. They look almost exactly the same. They look identical to the point where it's almost like they made the same exact mistake on defense. They got to fix that and fix it quick.
Mula gets the ball, nice return, gets him to the opposing 45-yard line. Now I know we talk about Nas like Disco's son. Mula is his son, and this guy is a baller. Great play by him.
And this man finds ways to get through the gaps. It's very quick. Defenses have trouble, stopping him from moving forward with his progress. Listen, like I said, when you have people like Mula and Troy running down the field, it's hard to stop these guys.
Watch me, hands it up to Mula, who runs on the sideline for a decent game. Second down, watch me, throws deep to Taco, who gets behind Keith, caught in the end zone for the touchdown, 14-13. If you look here, Keith gets caught watching the quarterback, and watch me find Taco. I like this kid, Taco.
And right away in the first half, I can say no defense in this game at all. You see the both teams running through the defenses. You see one chopping down the field, getting open in gaps. You see another one chucking up deep passes. So different styles, but both being successful in this game.
Paul on first down, throws deep to Pierre on the sideline, knocked away by Machine. Paul then on 5-rush scrambles and throws the ball. The pass is tipped by Dre, picked off by Speedy, giving it back to Storm. And one thing Storm did was they improved their defense. They got Machine and they got Speedy. Two guys that bring what? Toughness. These guys are tough. These guys are physical. And you see a big play by Speedy, showing why they went and got it.
See a little weakness in the Bullies' offense right here. When they tried to chop down the field, they didn't throw a deep pass downfield. Because of that, Storm was able to play defense on it and make it force an interception here.
Next play, watch me on 5-rush, runs past the giver for a decent gain. Second down, watch me. Throws to Ricky in the middle for a nice gain. Third and goal, watch me, finds Taco on the back of the end zone for the touchdown. If you look here, Paul checks him and lets him go. 19-14. All I'm going to say is, yo quiero Taco Bell. Yo quiero Taco Bell. Taco scores again.
First of all, I haven't heard that slogan.
We're going to call this kid in.
Long time. I don't even think Taco Bell used that anymore.
So we can use it.
Listen, whatever. At the end of the day, if you look here, if you chuck the person and don't pass him off to the next defender, you're going to leave him open because nobody else is paying attention to him. You're engaging him here. Nobody's going to react, and because of that, he's left open for this play here.
Last play before half, Paul throws it up, knocks away by Sky High, taking us into the half, 19-14. If you're the Bullies, we got to continue to do what we do. We are a home run team, but we got to stop playing Iron Man. We have a terrible defense. We're not good at stopping people. I mean, right now, we're just coming off of a loss. Last game. This one, last game, we gave up 20 points to East New York. Then we gave up 27 points to Primetime. We got to find a way to we gave up 27 points to Power Circle. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We got to find a way to shut people down, and it's because we cannot go Iron Man. We got to bring more troops. This game, we got to continuously do what we're going to do. We're not a chop downfield player team. Paul does not do that. He's a gusto, go downfield guy. We got to continue doing that because we're hurting this secondary right now.
And in terms of Storm, listen, I like the offense. I like them chopping down the field. They're getting through this defense that's wearing themselves down because they are playing Iron Man. Watch me, and this offense sees that.
He scored every possession.
Yes,
he had the ball 3 times.
Every single possession because he's getting through this team that, like, since they're going Iron Man, they're going to start showing weakness and fatigue, trying to follow everybody on the field. The thing that they got to fix is the defense downfield. The safeties got to be more aware of their surroundings.
Correct.
It seems like they're not paying attention to what's going on. They're watching the quarterback a little too much. You got to see the receivers passing into your lane. If you're not watching that zone area that you're defending there, they're going to get right past you. If they fix that and communicate a little bit more, you're going to see an improvement in their defense.
Second half, Storm gets the ball. Mula with another great return, getting him to the 30-yard line. This kid is dangerous in the kick return game. I think in BQFL, this division right now, he's the best kick return in the game. He's similar to a Shannon from the U. Do not kick this guy the ball. They make a mistake, and he makes him pay getting to the 30-yard line. Third down, watch me. Throws a disco open the middle for a nice gain, getting him inside the 10-yard line. Fourth and goal, watch me. Finds Taco in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. Remo trails, then leads them. Taco scores. Ricky gets the 2-point conversion. 27-14. Yo quiero Taco Bell. And that is this man's third touchdown of the day.
Nas who?
Word.
With the way Taco's playing, he's taking up the slack. He's putting his team on his back. He's doing whatever he has to on this offensive side to put up points for the team. And on the defensive side, Remo is there in the vicinity, but then he trails off of him at the last second, thinking that somebody else go pick him up. That was your assignment. You left him open, and that's how they was able to score.
Paul throws a Remo on the sideline, almost picked up by Machine, but he's out of bounds. Second down, Paul scrambles on 5 rush, throws to Cassell in the middle, who runs for a nice gain, picking up the first down. Paul on 5 rush, pumps fakes, but is sacked by Mula. If you look here, Cassell and Remo was both open, and this is what happens when Paul doesn't take his shot. Then Paul on 5 rush throws a Mook in the gap. Mook bobbles but makes the catch for a decent game. Now, it seems like Paul is throwing the ball on 5 rush. He's just getting the ball off. They're trying to take away his deep game and making him take the shots. Let's see how that ends up. Third and long, Paul on 5 rush throws it up deep to Keith in the end zone. Tipped by Sky, picked off by Troy, giving it back to Storm. It was only third down. We knew that they was going to take a shot because that's what Paul does. And right now, Sky makes him pay for it.
And this is what happens when you pay attention to what's going on in the field. They saw that he likes to launch it up on one play, catching the defense off guard. They locked up on defense. Now the safeties are playing well, and because of that, he has to force certain passes, has to force down the field. That is not Paul's bread and butter. That is not his game. Because of that, he's less successful, and yet he throws an interception in.
Storm with 2 short passes for a decent game. Third down, watch me, throws deep to Sky, who has a step on Keith, overthrown, incomplete. Last down, watch me, throws to Dre, open the middle, high, incomplete, turnover on downs. This is the worst drive that Storm had all game. They've scored every other possession. This time, watch me, is a little off on his accuracy, turns over.
And this is what happens with Watchmen every now and then. He misses with certain passes. He's off with the accuracy. They don't connect on certain plays, and because of that, that leads to turnovers. This is an issue with Watchmen's consistency.
Correct.
When he towards the end of the game or in the middle of the game, he starts to lose that consistency and bring the other team back into the game. This is yet another example of that.
Paul then throws a Keith on the sideline for a decent gain. Second down, Paul scrambles on 5 rush, finds Chad in front of the end zone for the touchdown. Keith gets the extra point, 27-21. They're down by a score. If you look here, Disco steps up, thinking Paul passes the line. Hemsky was the one that kicked the corner as he rushed in. So that hurt Disco thinking that he can go. He leaves the receiver Chad wide open, 27-21. They jump right back in.
And unfortunately, Disco wants to make a play, assuming that something's going on. And because of that, he's the one who leaves the receiver open. They were playing fine on defense so far. They would have stopped that play if Disco wouldn't move forward. He leaves the receiver open and gives them the touchdown right there.
Next play, watch me on a free play. Throws deep to Taco, open in the gap, caught in the end zone for the touchdown. If you look here, Pierre's flag for rushing early, but Dre picks up the block. Troy gets a 2-point conversion, 35-21. Yo quiero Taco Bell, 4th touchdown of the day. I'm hungry.
They can't stop this kid. This kid is doing everything for this team. And again, everybody was worried about what's going to happen when Nine's not playing with his team. Taco steps up in this game and scores. Was that every touchdown that they scored? Or
except one.
Except one. Everything was Taco in this game. And the thing about their about Bully's defense, you can't get caught on this play like that. I think that he decided to rush early, trying to force a play here. But because of that, that leaves a gap open downfield. Taco takes advantage, and Watchman's able to connect with him.
Paul on first down throws deep to Pierre, one-on-one with Taco. Pierre with the big catch for the big game, picking up the first down. Taco sees him late. And Taco is a great offensive player. He can't cover Pierre.
No.
A blanket can't cover Pierre. This guy can jump out of the gym, and then he got arm length. His reach is crazy. Great catch by him, and you know Paul saw the matchup. You know he was going there. Second to go, Paul finds Remo wide open in the end zone for the touchdown. 35-27. We got a great one going on here.
And the thing about it is their offense has been on point, and now they're starting to get their stride going back in the second half. They had some issues early, but they're right back in this game. All they need to do is they have their defense hold so they have another chance to score.
Second down, watch me. Throws deep to Taco, one-on-one with Keith. Keith jumps and picks it off, giving it right back to Bully. And this is the mistake that we see Watch me make. He feels that they scored. He has to score right back on a big play. Tries to get Taco another touchdown, but Keith is there. Keith with the great coverage, Keith with the great pick. And right now, Bully's got a chance to put the game away.
And this is something that you did not need to happen at this point in the game. You didn't need to force anything. You didn't need to do anything that you didn't need, that was a little too much. All you had to do was drive slowly, kill some clock, make even if you're not gonna score, force them at the 1 yard line, force them to go all the way down the field. Even though Bullies are able to launch it on one play, force them to do that. Be prepared for it. They don't do that. They give them a better chance to get back in this game by turning over the ball with an interception.
Second down, Paul with a toss-up to Pierre on the sideline, knocked away by Taco. But if you look here, Mook was open on the sideline. Third down, Paul throws it short to Chad, who runs for a nice game. Time is running out. Last down at the 40. Paul throws it to Keith in the gap. Speedy with a great one-handed interception to end the game, giving Storm the win 35-27.
Listen, I think at this point here, Speedy said, if Watchman ain't gonna put this game away, I'm gonna put this game away. And that's exactly what he did. What a great one-handed catch right there to snag the ball and the game away from the Bullies, because all they needed to do was get that first down. Now they have opportunities to score. Anything could have happened at that point. But Speedy putting the game in his hands with that great catch, ending it right there. That is the way you end the game. High-scoring offense on both sides, but it was the team that made the great play to win the game.
62 points were scored combined in this game. Great offense. The defense coordinators need to be fired.
Yeah.
On Bully's side, they have to get more than 7 guys. You can't have 7, 8 guys. This team has an opportunity to win a championship in this league. They can stretch the field better than any other team in this league because they got all their receivers can go up and get the football. They got to get a defense. They got to get a defense. I've seen them give up 35 points. I've seen them give up 20 points. And I've seen them give up 27 points to all the top teams in the league. They can't do that. They have to get a defense. If they could get a defense, I think they could hurt any team in the league.
Yeah, but my thing is, we don't know the situation that they have. This can be the team that they brought.
They need to sign some guys. Go get one of the guys that sell food. Go get one of the bus drivers that pull his bus to the park. Go get somebody. I don't care if you got to get the geese or whatever that's flying on the field sometimes.
Hold on. I got a good idea.
They need to get.
I got a good idea. I see the ice cream truck guy drive up to the field every now and then. He be sitting there waiting for customers. While he's waiting, he could play a game or two. So maybe they can recruit him. Listen, who knows? They need anything at this point because when you're playing Iron Man like this against certain teams like Storm and all these other teams, there's no adjustments to be made on defense.
Right.
What you have is what you have.
Correct.
So it's not like you can switch from one person to another because there's certain guys on your team that cannot play certain positions. So you're stuck with what you have.
Yeah.
And if they don't make any adjustments at all, which I don't see them making, you're going to run into the same problems over and over and over again.
And Storm comes is 2-0 now. I like this team. They lost Nas. But Taco showed the ability to pick up the slack. He can't do what Nas does. Let's not talk any type of blasphemous talk. But the kid can make plays. They have an offense that can score on any defense. And then they got a defense in Sky High. Sky High can continue to play consistently. And remember that he's a free safety. Nobody can get behind him. Him with Machine and Speedy. These guys can play defense, and Mula on a kick return game is the most dangerous special teams player in this league.
I like what you said about the defense, but I didn't see it in this game. It was like they weren't playing defense this game. So my thing is, they have a lot of talented players on defense, but they did not show it this game.
Did they get 2 interceptions?
Yes, they did.
That's all.
One was a great catch by Speedy. One was a
tip by Dre.
Yes.
And Speedy got also.
But my thing is, that's because you have a quarterback that's not good at anything else besides throwing deep.
Okay.
So that falls into their favor. But you got to play more solid defense against a team like the way that they were able to throw deep passes all throughout the game. That's something that shouldn't happen.
Right.
Their safeties got to step up because they are the last line of defense, literally. So they got to step up. They got to make it happen on defense because on offense, I don't see Watch Me being as consistent as they need to put away a game. Like, Watch Me is going to show signs of inconsistencies every now and then.
True.
The defense has to put the game away. That is their job, and if they don't, they're going to keep teams in the game the way they did in this one.
All right, we're going to wrap this game up. Storm coming away with the win. 35-27. They move to 2-0 as Bullies come over with a tough loss, and they are 0-3. We'll be right back. Real Tough Talk. Next game up, Commission versus Buttercups. Buttercups come into this game 2-0. They just came up with a close win over the Chiefs/Braulio. And Commission coming in 0-1. Buttercups are one of the best teams in the league. They're led by Tommy. This kid can do anything you need him to do. He can run. He can pass. He can block. He can hit. He does everything. He's the most complete quarterback, I think, in this league, in this division. Because I would say Watch Me, but I don't think Watch Me can defend like Tommy. Watch Me is a great offensive player other than quarterback, but I don't think he could do what Tommy can do defensively. Then you get Prime. I think Tommy is a better quarterback than Prime because we've seen Prime be indecisive. And VIP, I think VIP is the only one that can give Tommy a run for his money, but I think Tommy's a better quarterback than VIP. So I'm just going over all the quarterbacks in the league that has like abilities other than quarterback, and I think Tommy is the best one out of all of them.
And the thing about Tommy is, again, he knows how not to, he doesn't force too much things
Correct.
when he's at quarterback. He knows how to take off when he needs to. He's very good at that, and that keeps defenses on their toes, and that opens up the backfield because they're waiting for him to run. That opens up the defense for him to chuck it down the field. So he has so many options that he creates himself. That's what makes him a more dangerous to quarterback than a lot of others on the field.
And the other side, commission. First of all, I think when we talked earlier about this division, playing with different quarterbacks and not all C2 completely, I think this will help this team commission get better. They got some players. They got some athletes on this team that's good ballers. Ty is one of the guys that I really like. Who else?
There's Josh. There's Keon.
Yeah,
There's Ty.
they got some guys that I like. Josh, Keon,
Ty.
Ty.
Mm-hmm.
They got some players. Jay has to get better at quarterback. The kid is really not consistent. He has ability. You know, he has ability, and I love the fact that he balls. You know, he gives everything he can every game, but he got to get better. He has to take what the defense gives him. He can't wait until 4-5 rush to throw the ball because he's not a runner. He has to get better. Sometimes he hurts his team because of his turnovers. He has to be able to slow the game down and take what the defense gives him.
And I'm gonna extend that by saying that he's not good at making decisions where it matters.
Right.
Like in the heat of things, he makes a lot of mistakes. He doesn't do things. He doesn't figure out what he needs to do in that moment. He needs to figure out how to do that. Once he gets that going, when he gets the mentality of a quarterback, that's when I think that he'll start to improve. I don't think that he has that yet. I think that he throws the ball, but that's about it. He doesn't have he hasn't figured out how to make decisions in the heat of the game. Once he gets that, he'll start to improve, and I think that's his biggest problem.
All right, we're going to jump right into the game. After getting the first down, Tommy throws a Adobo in the gap, drop. Third down, Tommy on 5 rush, throws a Ricky in the gap, who pitches it to his other receiver for a decent game. 4th and long, Tommy throws short to Ricky, who pitches it back to Tommy. Tommy runs for a nice game, but short of the end zone, turnover on downs, quick stop by commission to start the game off.
And it seems like Tommy just gave up towards the last play. They didn't get as close to the end zone as they wanted to. So 4th down, that was just to try to pin them, closer to the end zone. But that's a slow start right there. The commission is able to hold them all, make a decent stop for them to get their offense on the field.
Commission gets the ball. Jay's going to hand it to Zay, who runs for a decent game. 3rd down, Jay throws to Keon on the sideline. High, incomplete, commission after punt. And this is Jay's problem. He's not the most accurate quarterback in the league. He misses his throw here, and they're going to have to punt.
And I don't see no structure on their offense. I think that's one of the reasons why he's not accurate. He doesn't know exactly where his receivers are going on the field. They're doing their own routes. They're doing their own thing. When they don't have that connection between the quarterback and the receivers, you're going to struggle like this. And if they don't get that connection, they're going to struggle the rest of the game.
After getting the first down, Tommy throws to Ricky, who has a step on Zay on the sideline for a nice game. But if you look at Keon, his flag for using his shoulder on the tag, 15-yard penalty. What do you think of the call?
Clear shoulder. It didn't seem like he made any effort to lift his arms to make a tag. So that's a clear flag. He didn't argue about it, but that's something that he has to watch out for in the future.
Takes him to 4th and goal at the 1. Tommy's going to run it in for the touchdown. Adobo gets the extra point. 7-0. Buttercup score.
And I'm going to say this. Even though they got a flag on that play, I don't think that it mattered because they were right there knocking on the door of the end zone anyway. So I don't think that it really helped Buttercups any more than that pass already did. So they were already moving. They finalized it by Tommy running into the end zone. That is a quick way to score on this drive right there.
Jay gets the ball, throws the tie on the sideline, knocked away by Christmas, incomplete. Christmas will get hurt during the play, and he's going to step out. 2nd down, Jay throws to Herman towards the sideline for a decent game. 3rd down, Jay throws to Herman, cutting in the middle. The pass is dropped, almost picked off. If you look here, almost picked off by Adobo. Too many guys running deep on this play. Now, he needs to learn to get to Herman the ball. But Herman got to go back to the Herman of old and make all these catches because I've seen Herman, and at one time, he was one of the best running backs that I played with. A guy who catch the ball out the backfield, similar to a Ricky Waters, one of your favorite players.
Back in the day.
And they have the same number. guy who could run out the backfield, a guy who could run the ball. He was more. Now, Father Time is undefeated. He's not that same player, but he's a veteran and he can still catch the football. He needs to make plays, but this offense is not helping Jay by they all going deep. Remember, we're going one straight half.
Yeah.
Game started a little late, so we're going one straight half. First down, Tommy hands to Ricky, who runs for a decent game. 3rd and goal, Tommy finds Ventura open in the front of the end zone for the touchdown. Josh and Keon leave him the middle wide open, 13-0. Buttercup score again.
And now the problems that they have on offense is spilling into the defense. They are not guarding the middle here. I don't know what they're looking at. They give up too much space, and because of that, they give Buttercup an easy opportunity to score.
Next play, Jay throws it to the receiver, cutting in the gap, off target, tipped by Adobo, picked off by Arnold, giving it back to Buttercup. Jay struggles with his accuracy. He's not an accurate quarterback, and this gets him into trouble right here.
And what did I say earlier? It's not only the accuracy, because he doesn't know exactly where his receivers are running. They're running their own routes. Quarterbacks, when they are going to connect with their receivers, they normally know or are in sync with their receivers when they're going which way.
Right.
So the quarterback has to start designing their routes so that they can make things more comfortable for him. He's not doing that, and because of that, he's making plays like this.
2nd down, Tommy throws to Ventura, who beats Zayd on the sideline, caught in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. Kenny gets the two-point conversion, 21-0. If you look here, Tommy is attacking Zayd at the corner, goes right after him with Ventura for the touchdown. Ventura's second of the day.
And right here, if you see the way Zayd is playing defense here, if I'm a quarterback like Tommy, I'm going to attack him every single time. You see Zayd strafing backwards. By the time he makes a reaction to the receiver's already down the field. So if I'm a quarterback, I'm going to look at that all day and kill you every single time. So they got to pay attention. You can't get caught strafing, running backwards, watching the quarterback. The receiver's going to beat you because they're running full speed. You're not going to be able to react in time, and that's exactly what happens there.
21-0. Jay throws to Josh, cutting in the middle, pass behind him, almost picked off. If you look here, Josh was open earlier in the play. 2nd down. Jay throws to Herman in the gap for a few yards. 4th down, Jay throws to Ty, cut in the middle as a step on Adobo. Ty makes the catch for the nice game, picking up the 1st down. The question was it a catch?
I think that this was a catch. When you see Ty go up and get the ball, as he comes down, his hands hit the ground with the ball in his hands. So a lot of people were saying that, the ball hit the ground, so that's not a catch. But if you see, as he comes back up with the ball, as he's rolling over, the ball is still in his hands. He has full control of it at this point. The player's already down. He's down by contact. The player's over. As he's rolling forward, the ball comes out and it lands back in his hands. So at the end of the day, the ball wasn't moving forward. In all honesty, that would more qualify as a fumble than a drop. That would be more of a fumble than anything else, but because the play was already dead, it's called a catch.
Well, I'll give you the referee's terms of it. Basically, when the ball touches the ground, as long as the ball is not moving, it is a catch. So he made the catch. The ground cannot cause a fumble. So because he went down, it was a catch. He was already down by contact. The play is over. So it doesn't matter if the ball popped up after. The rule of NFL is the ball is allowed to touch the ground as long as the receiver maintains possession and the ball does not move. The ball did not move. When it touched the ground, his hand was completely secure on it. Did not move. He was down by contact. Yeah. So all the other roller stuff is irrelevant because he had already was called down by contact with the previous catch. 2nd down, Jay throws a Ty open in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. Ty makes a catch and gets hit. Stays in bounds for the touchdown. Christmas intercepts the extra point, but it's still 21-6.
First of all, I got to give Ty all the credit in the world. He's putting his body on the line. He makes that nice catch, holds on to the ball that last play, and then on this one, gets to the back of the end zone. Jay's finally able to find somebody in the end zone. Ty holds on to it, maintains possession, and keeps his feet in bounds. He's doing everything for this team to keep them alive in this game. They need to feed off of this guy and keep giving him the ball.
Tommy with 2 runs for a decent game. 4th and goal. Tommy rolls right, finds Adobo in the back of the end, in the front of the end zone, for the touchdown. Ending the game 27-6. Buttercups with the blowout.
And I would say with that last drive, too little, too late. It took too long for them to start getting something going, and Ty was the only light on this team in this game. So Jay had another terrible game because him and his receivers have no connection at all. They have no rhythm. They have no design. There's no plays being designed for this team for Jay to be comfortable in the pocket. So that's why he's throwing away passes, throwing interceptions. When they start having designed offensive plays together, that's when their offense is going to improve. But that's all on Jay to make it happen.
And Buttercups are basically a high-oiled machine.
Yes.
Led by Tommy. Tommy's playing the best in this league right now. He got his team at up to 3-0. This team is winning games. Tommy's doing everything. And if there was an MVP of this league, I would say he'd be the front runner right now because his ability to lead, his ability to score, but his ability to do so many other things besides play quarterback.
And the thing about it is the way they play, they don't make noise. They're just there, they play, and they win.
Right.
You know, there's a couple of guys, like Christmas is a guy who likes talking smack on the field, so you hear him all the time. But at the end of the day, the way that they play their offense is solid. They do it quiet. There's no flash. They get the job done. And that is a team that's effective enough to win games.
What we're going to, before we end the show, we're going to give you a few things, so let's keep it moving. Right now, first of all, we're going to give you our plays of the day. My play of the day is the Storm versus Bullies game where you have Speedy here with the great catch, one-handed interception on the Bullies. His second of the day. Speedy is my play of the day with that one-handed toe.
And the play of the day that I noticed was that catch by Ty in the game we just did.
Right.
That play actually, was him putting his body on the line, getting in the proper position to make that catch and maintain his footing inbound. So that is an impressive play to score a touchdown. Right before holding on to it on another play that he did, making a good catch, holding on to the ball. So this guy has to get the play of the day here for me.
And our players of the day. Last week we did it. It was, I think we shouted out Beaver and Kane.
Yeah.
But now we can get a little more accurate now with the guys. My player of the day is Yo Quiero Taco Bell. My guy, Taco, from Storm, picking up the pieces after Nas broke out on the team with 4 touchdown catches. Taco, you are my player of the week.
And my player of the week, I think you just said day, but it's week. It doesn't really matter.
Same thing, yeah.
But at the end of the day, my player of the week is Tommy of the Buttercups, because this man was able to throw 3 touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown. This man did everything for his team without any flash, just consistently throughout. That's all he's been doing all season, and he is the reason why this team is currently 3-0, playing very well, probably looking like one of the best teams in the league, if not the best, and I think it's all thanks to him right now.
All right, well, I'm gonna go to my power ratings right now. And I'm gonna just give you a few of my pointers while I say it, and then you can give yours. We're not gonna debate it this week because we're gonna let next week pass and see if any teams move. But we're gonna give you, I'm gonna give you my power ratings for my teams, and then you give yours, and then I'll tell you about certain teams, you tell me about certain teams, and then we'll end the show. And then next week we'll debate if the teams stay or however, whatever.
Okay.
So, number 1, Buttercups. Number 2, Storm. Number 3, East New York. Number 4, Chiefs. Number 5, Demon Knights. Number 6, Bullies. Number 7, Primetime. Number 8, Suicide Squad. Number 9, Don't Sleep. Number 10, Pharaohs. And number 11, Commission. The one team I want to talk about based on that is I think the top 3 teams, Buttercup, Storm, East New York, are all the top teams. They all got some of the best quarterbacks. Mm-hmm. The one I know people is going to question is why I put Bullies ahead of Primetime when Bullies have a 0-3 record and Primetime is 0-2.
Mm-hmm.
Bullies are only 0-3 because they don't have a full squad.
Yeah.
Paul can throw downfield on any team in this league. If they get a defense that can help them out, this team will be a lot better. I think East New York, even though East New York right now is 3-0, as Storm is 2-0. It's all about the player Prime. Prime can be inconsistent as far as football IQ. He makes a lot of mistakes all around, not just at quarterback. When he plays defense, if he's running the ball, I think that's what made me put them 3 instead of putting them 2. I think Storm is number 2. I don't think they're better than the Buttercups. That's just me. I think Tommy is better than Watch Me. Even though Watch Me has a lot of weapons, I don't think he has an actual receiver that can really consistently stretch the field. If they expect it to be Taco, I don't think a lot is going to happen because the kid got speed, he don't got size. So that's just me as far as my pickings. Don't sleep. They don't have a quarterback yet. Suicide Squad is 0-2, little inconsistent. Hecko came in and threw, but they still didn't look good. That's my power ratings going up there.
Now, my listing isn't going to be like the standings. Isn't going to be much different as of right now. Like I said, it's going to be Buttercups 1. I definitely agree. There's no way to debate that. In terms of number 2, with Storm, they are number 2, but I put a question mark to that because I'm not fully prepared to really give them the number 2. I got to put them tied with East New York. So I can't just give them the number 2 and put East New York number 3. So I have to give them both the number 2. They're both the same because East New York with Prime, I think that it's all on him. His inconsistencies is what hurt this team. But with Watch Me and their defense, they both have showed inconsistencies as well. Watch Me sometimes later in the game starts to make mistakes that he don't need to make. And you've seen Storm make some mistakes on defense, especially with this Bullies team. They got exposed down at the safeties.
Right.
They kind of got it together at the end. But if they make mistakes like that, a lot of teams are going to take advantage. So that's why I can't give either team the edge against each other. That's why I give them number 2.
So that means the next team will be number 4.
The next team that will be number 4 is the Chiefs will stay as number 4. Because I haven't seen enough of their games to actually see if they go up or down at that point. Then the Demon Knights, same thing. I only seen a few games where, they played well the first game, but not enough for me to say that they're any higher than where they're at. The teams going further down are a lot of teams that's been struggling. This team, Primetime, I saw them play one game. They didn't have their full staff. They only had 6 guys.
They have more guys this next game.
Yes,
but
they didn't play any better than they did when they only had 6 guys. So that's why they're that low in the rankings. But they have the potential to be higher on the list if they play better later on. So I can't put them lower than the number 6. So again, like I said,
right. So you got Primetime 6 as I have Bully 6.
Because of their potential to, do better in the future, they have the staff to do better. So that's why I put them as number 6 for now.
Okay, number 7.
Then number 7 is the Bullies. I have to put them there because even though they have a decent offense, all they do is throw down the field. Once you take that away, their offense is not as good as they would be throwing down the field.
Right.
And their defense is almost non-existent.
Right.
So because of that, that's the only reason why I put them at number 7. They put up a lot of points doing downfield, but other than that, they have nothing else. Then you have Suicide Squad. They have a lot of pieces on the team. It hasn't come together for them yet. They still have potential to play better. That's why I put them at number 8. Then you have Don't Sleep at number 9. This one, I would say the only reason why I would agree with this part right here is because Mach is a better quarterback than what he's shown in the last game. And he's better than the other 2 quarterbacks that's coming next on the next 2 teams.
Which is Beaver
and Jay. So because of that, I have to keep him on a 9 spot. At the 10 and 11, there's not too much.
Well, Pharaoh's played 1 game.
Yeah, so it's
hard for you to say, and Commission played 2.
But from what I've seen with Commission, because I haven't seen Jay improve his game in the last couple games they played, I have to put them at the bottom of the list.
They scored 13 points in 2 games. And they gave up a combined 47 points in 2 games.
Yes, so they have no defense. So they have nothing to rely on right now. They have nothing going for this team.
I think their offense hurts their defense.
Yes, and the thing about it is their defense has to play this. their defense has to play twice as hard
Which is why you
because their
think they gave up-
offense is non-existent.
Which is why you think they gave us so many points.
Yes, because their defense is on the field longer than their offense.
That makes sense.
So that's going to wear this defense down to the point where you're only seeing this defense's worst.
Yeah.
They're not going to play any better until the offense picks up some of the slack in the game. When they're 4-and-out throughout the game, your defense is going to get killed.
Yep.
So that's why they're on the bottom of the list.
So you have Pharaohs at 10.
Yes, the Pharaohs at 10 because I haven't seen enough of this team
But-
to put them any lower.
But you think they're better than Commission?
From what I've seen,
Yep.
Commission has played the worst football so far.
All right. Well, hopefully I enjoyed that. We won't give our power rankings next week. We'll
Yeah.
give it the final week of the season because we're not gonna do it every week. Great show. Great show. Hope y'all guys enjoyed it. Like I said, it's a very interesting season. A lot of good things coming. So I hope y'all having a good time, as much fun that we having. Check the show out. Boy, you are if you're watching it now.
Yeah.
So follow us on Facebook at Real Tough Talk, Instagram, Real Tough Talk. Check us out, man. We're trying to get bigger. We're going to be on release. We want to thank BQFL and the commissioner for allowing us to do what we do. So we're going to wrap it up. For Real Tough Talk, I'm Stephen J, my partner Ghost. We're going to see y'all guys next week in BQFL meets Real Tough Talk. Real Tough Talk meets BQFL. Kind of cool, right?
But they already met.
Well, they're together.
Yeah, so when you're saying meet, like we're meeting for the first time. Like, nice try, but just leave that out there.
Real Tough Talk, BQFL.
There you go.
We'll see y'all guys next week. We're out of here.